Well, hello guys, Team Stevens here giving you another video update. I thought that I would be gracious to you and allow you to see a more beautiful sight than you normally get to see. That's why I invited my beautiful wife to come and join me. But I really wanted Denise to come with me today because we wanted to tell you a little bit about what God is doing on our street. And so we want to just share with you for a couple minutes about that. We live on North Liberty Street, which is the north side of Harrisonburg. And how would you describe North Liberty Street, Denise?
The beginning of Sketchville. Yeah. We live on the corner of North Liberty and 3rd, and 4th Street and down can get really, really scary. There's been drug activity, there's been human trafficking busted up down there, and a prostitution brothel busted up down that way as well. So we're one street over from Sketchville.
It's really kind of all around us. About 4 weeks ago, there was a huge police bus. We're not even sure exactly what it was. There was, what did you say? There was like 6 police cars out 2 houses down from us. They carried at least one guy out in handcuffs. We're not exactly sure what was going on, but the point is there's just a lot of dysfunction and brokenness on this street, and God, through His sovereignty, chose to put the Stevens family right in the middle of it. We actually, believe it or not, it's crazy. It's chaotic, wouldn't you say, living on the street, but we really love being able to step out on our front porch and do ministry. About 2 days after that big bust down the street, we had our small group here, and one of the guys that I'm discipling and I were sitting on my front porch praying for one another, and I asked Ricardo, I said, "Hey man, can you pray with me for my street?" And so we did. We prayed over North Liberty Street, and the floodgates sort of opened for ministry. So about 2 days later, we hear a little knock on our door, and there's these 2 little Hispanic girls at our door whose fathers live in that house where the huge drug bust was. And they said, "Hey, can the 2 little blonde boys come out and play with us?" They had seen Wyatt and Ty from the second story window in our house, yelling down at them, and they wanted to come play. And so for the last, 3 weeks, they've probably come up about, on average, every other day to come play with the boys. And we've got to minister to them. These girls come from highly dysfunctional families. You talked to one of the girls' former teachers, and what's some things she told you about the young lady?
One of the girls, when she was in 1st grade, missed a lot of school, and they discovered that she stayed home at school to help her mom around the house because mom's boyfriend beat the junk out of her, and she could not see because her eyes were so swollen. So this little 7-year-old was leading her mom around the house because she couldn't see. And boyfriend is in jail now, which is good, but mom also keeps dysfunctional boyfriends.
Yeah.
So there's another one in the house.
And so this little girl and her friend are in our home. They get to see what a gospel-centered family looks like. They get to see, how a dad is to effectively discipline a child, and they just see love from us, right? But the really neat thing about this is because we didn't want our kids to play right beside the street, we wanted to go in our backyards, we had to go down and meet their dads and ask if that was okay. And I have really actually built a pretty good relationship with these guys. The other night, Denise's small group went till about 10 o'clock, something like that, and one of the young ladies in her group was parked down there, and she was afraid to go down there because all these guys were sitting around there drinking, and doing who knows what. And so I walked her to her car, and then I stayed down there another, half hour maybe.
At least.
Just talking to these guys, loving on these guys. The 2 girls, Odalise and Adriana, have went to church with us the last 2 Sundays. I really believe God's opened the door for us to really be a gospel witness to their dads, Ishmael and Alberto. And so pray for that house. Obviously, there's a ton of dysfunction there, but God's at work there. God's at work right next door to us. There's a Habitat for Humanity house that was being built and moved into about the same time we were moving in. And a lady named April lives over there. She has a teenage daughter who I guess is 18. Sydney's 18.
No, she was supposed to graduate high school this May 2013 May.
So probably 17.
And last summer she had a baby. A little baby girl named Aspen, and she's just so cute. And Sydney finished school, but she's 16, 17, and a new mom with no dad around. Dad just left, and we found out that dad is messing with the girl across the street, and so that has caused all kind of problems. There were 2 cop cars out there yesterday.
Yep.
Because the families were feuding. And it's crazy. Sydney has come over to ask me for help. She confides in me a lot about what's going on. And I'm just trying to point them to Christ, because nothing is going to heal that broken relationship. In addictions, because there's addictions galore in that relationship. Nothing's going to heal that but Christ. She also has a younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he fled the girl drama last night in the police and actually came to Rob's small group last night for the first time. And it was crazy exciting that he was here.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been trying to build a relationship with Blake for some time, and he got to come over. Our neighbors to the other side of us are an older mom and her son, and we've been really ministering to them. The older lady, the mom, fell and broke her hip last week, and so we were actually able to go to the hospital and pray with them, and I've been able to share with Alan a little bit. Point is, God is at work on our street. We're just trying to be missional in our context where we are. And I wanted to share that with you because you guys are part of the reason that we're here. All right, part of the reason we can pay rent to live on North Liberty Street. And you guys are praying for us, and your prayers, I believe, are opening up those doors. And so I wanted to give you specific things to pray about. All right, so we just asked you to pray for Alberto and Ishmael, their 2 daughters, Adriana and Odalise. That you would pray for April, and specifically you'd pray for Sydney, and that Denise would have more opportunity to share the gospel with her and her brother Blake, that I would have that as well. And then also for our neighbors, Joyce is the mom and Alan is the son. The son is disabled, and so we're just trying to love on them a lot. Again, thank you guys for all you do to allow us to do kingdom work. You're a part of it. We're just an extension of you and your ministry, and we just wanted to share that with you. We're going to be up in Maryland this weekend, so hopefully we'll catch some of you. I know not all our supporters are from Maryland, but a bunch of you are. So hopefully we'll be able to see you guys this weekend. Thanks a lot, and we love you.